Hello, everybody. Welcome back. My name's Solon. This is Great Life Gaming, and we're back at it once again with some more Satisfactory. I hope everyone had a wonderful weekend. I had a good time with the family myself. Had to take a little bit of break. Engie's here. Welcome, Engie. Good to see you, my friend. Yeah. So we're approaching phase four. I've been trying to push into the end game here, understand some of the late game mechanics. It's very interesting. It's different than other factory games, and I want to just see how the game scales. Because right now, in order to move up the tiers and the phases, haven't really needed any production at all. I only have like 4K megawatts of power. I have never had any real need to get more power or anything. So in fact, I think I'm even over producing things in some ways, just because we don't need to dump a lot of materials into the sink yet. So yeah, it's just so different for me not to be, spending all of my resources somewhere. We just generally don't have to in order to go up the phases. So I'm quite excited to get to that point where we can actually start doing that. I guess we could start doing it now, I suppose, but that would hamper our ability to do progress up the phases. So yeah. I am doing quite well. Hope you're doing well as well. Yeah, I'm yeah, just kind of going over where we're at in my playthrough here. We're gonna have to I think I gotta understand trains a little better as well. Are you playing Satisfactory, NG? Are you? I gotta get. I'll get back to Factorio fairly soon, probably in maybe a couple of weeks in preparation for the whole big release in October. So I want to give like about 3 weeks of sort of finishing off my playthrough and gearing up for it. I saw some of the posts that they've made on Factorio, and it looks like they're gonna have some pretty nasty monsters in it coming up in this crazy expansion. So, but for now, let's figure out the Satisfactory thing. Hopefully, we can have a nice, great stream today. And we are warping again. I don't know why. You haven't put a whole lot of time. Did you play much during the early access? Are you fair kind of the game well, or are you fairly new to it? I was fairly new coming into it, though I've been playing a lot over the last 2 weeks or so. So got a little over 100 hours in it now. So we're getting there. We're getting there. Should be able to get into phase four today. Let's hop right in here. I mean, I got some gripes with the game, but otherwise it's pretty good. It's very gorgeous. You got to the mid game before? Right. Yeah, it starts getting fairly I think it starts getting if you don't figure out a good way to use the trains well, it can get very spaghetti-ish. I think at phase four is what I'm starting to get the sense of. So base organization becomes probably really crucial if you actually intend to scale up in any real manner. Like if you look, like even now, I'm almost at tier four, and my power. Where's a power pole here? Like we only have 4K power. It's pretty small. We're not actually producing much yet, but we're approaching some of the end game techs. I guess we're getting close. I want to get nuclear power, so it's interesting because if you can almost skip a lot of things. Like I've skipped turbo power. I don't think I'm going to need turbo power. I'll probably go right to nuclear power. I think that might be the way to go. And I'm not sure what kind of other in-game power options they'll have. But yeah, it's just interesting. You just have to have a few storage containers, and you just have to have a trickle of things going into them, and then go off do something else, come back, and then you have enough to go up to the next phase. So it's uh, it's interesting. It's a little different. Oh, we got this guy coming in. So what I wanted to do here, I want to get all the things cranking up to phase three. We need whatever those things are called. What are those things called? I think we have all the resources or all the materials on our bus to do it. I think it's assembler we're going to need. So we need automated wiring. This should be pretty easy. We have the stators and we have the cables. We could set that up without too much trouble. And what's this other one? must be in the manufacturer. Yes, it is. So we have rubber, we have motors, we have the smart plates. We have computers, although we have to probably bring computers in via truck. And we just got to make these wire things. So yeah, let's make the wires. All right, that's our next task. And I've gotten used to using a truck like this just to, because I was getting so annoyed with my inventory always being full. So I just run around with this truck and I just dump extra stuff in there. It actually works pretty well. And I'm really kind of glad I made this huge platform up here. Trying to design all this, at least for me, with worrying about the landscape on top of all this would have been, I wouldn't be able to manage, I don't think. This just makes things so much easier. Let's drop some more. I kind of just try and do this every once in a while too. Get some more platform. Spend some of this concrete. We've got quite a bit of it. And we just unlocked the MK2 blueprint building as well, so we should be able to start using that, although I don't know if I want to just remake, like this is a 4x4 foundation blueprint. It might be just good enough instead of going to like a 5x5 or a 6x6. Oops. The bus has worked pretty well. It's not a balanced bus in the sense that there's not enough material on it to really scale anything up, but it's pretty much only a temporary measure. I mean, if we really wanted to use a large bus, we'd have to buff it up considerably. But I think I want to get away from it. I think the bus is a little bit ugly and it's going to be cumbersome long term. But, you know, I think trains they're also a little awkward to use, I found. But I'm pretty happy with, you know, making factories now. Like, if we get the right blueprint set up, I think we're going to be set. Let's see. We've got to park this guy nearby. Got a few trucks set up here, tractors. We got this guy delivering rubber over here, so we got rubber now near our bus to create more stuff. And we got plastics coming in too. I pretty much have a that straight ahead there. That's my computer factory. Cranking out some computers, but we're low on plastics. It's not operating at full capacity. Way too low on plastics over there. But that's fine. As I said, we don't really need a whole lot, which is interesting. Okay, the wire. Let's go here in our blueprint designer. And I've also kind of been refactoring the blueprints. I've got some thoughts about how we want to do this in the end game. So this is an assembler, I think. So let's just load this one. Oh, don't have the resources. Well, we can fix that. Let's go to our truck here. Ba-bum-ba-da. what the truck is for. Artviz! Hey, buddy, how's it going? Good to see you. Hey, hope you had a great weekend. Had a nice little break myself. I did a lot of family time things. Well, after all the pull-ups I did on Friday, I was like, oh my gosh. Went for a climb yesterday. I'm like, oh my, I feel a little weak. The trains are, well, it's working. I could show you, could see it. You could kind of see it in the distance there. It's just, I don't need a train. I just wanted to get it working. And it's working now. It's delivering plastic to my computer factory over there. Um, I mean, I'm only I could have done that via truck because I just wanted to make sure I understood how to use trains. So until we get a higher throughput, I'll be using trucks now from until I get the higher throughput. So instead of so I got rubber being delivered here via truck, I got plastic being delivered there via train, and I've got cables being delivered to that location via truck as well. You see that little truck going that way. Great weekend. Awesome. Visited my parents and grandparents, lots of family. Oh, that's important stuff, dude. Good to hear it. Good to hear it. For sure, for sure. I've also been, some of the things we talked about are in Viz 2. Like, you know how I think you suggested, I believe it was you suggested we could also, for our input splitters, we could have them on multiple levels. That would save some space. And I think I'm going to go that route. Because now that we have the manufacturer in play, going wide, 4 wide is too much. I can't even fit all that in a blueprint. For the assembler, it wasn't too bad. But now that I got manufacturers in play, I think I'm understanding why you would have suggested going up now. It just makes more sense. It does make it a little bit uglier, but you save so much space, I think it's probably worthwhile. So I've been kind of doing that. I've been doing a refactor every time I kind of recognize maybe an improvement to the overall structure or style of the blueprints here. I think we'll take some time and refactor some of them. So it's all good stuff. So we'll probably do that here. I think I had a did I make a template for this? Let me see. You'll notice I've even changed this up a little bit too. I think I'm going to make categories that reflect the actual in-game categories. So we have, I need an assembler template. So let's do that. I'm going to start right from scratch here. We'll make an assembler template. Because it's actually neat. You can actually put blueprints in a blueprint. Once you make a blueprint, you can plop that blueprint in your blueprint designer and add to it. So I'm going to do that to hopefully a limited extent, but all right, so I've been pretty much going from right to left. The inputs are on the right, the outputs are on the left. I'm trying to also make better use of the nudge to get things sort of lined up and centered. So it's coming along. I'm starting to get the hang of the game, I think. So that can't be exactly centered. I usually go a little more space for the inputs. You don't have to go to, what do you mean? The screen? What screen? What screen are you referring to, sir? Haven, how's it going, sir? Good to see you, good to see you. I think I've been doing it that way. Maybe I'll start doing it this way. I can press E anywhere in the designer. I mean, when I have something on my cursor, right? I think that's what you mean. Is there? I don't know what you want me to look at. I don't know what you want me to look at, bro. Oh, I see. If you just click anywhere, you don't actually have to go to this console. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, that is handy. Okay, that's cool. I didn't know that. Now I understand what you mean. Thought you were talking about something else. That's good to know. All right, let's see. Do I want it there or there? Oh, you use it for the first time. Nice. I've been, I think I got some pretty large plans for using blueprints now. Like, I've been doing some calculations. I was just thinking over the weekend. So, an end game belt is 1200 per minute, right? So 1200 per minute. If we use one full belt, for example, to feed a smelting factory, that equates to what? Here, let's just do a quick thing here to make sure I got my numbers right. We want a smelter. And if we were just say to do iron, this is 30 per minute. So if we have 30 per minute of iron coming in, 1200 by 30, so that's 40 smelters. So in order to smelt a full production line, a full belt of iron, we need 40 smelters to do it. And if we want to divide those smelters up into a blueprint, I was thinking we could have either 4 high and 10 deep or something, or 5 high and 8 deep. I don't know. It's probably going to be 4 or 5. I might do 410 or 5-8. 410 might work out a little nicer, to be honest. You can make ingots in refineries using ore and water. In the refineries. Interesting. So you get it's not a 1-to-1, that's almost a 1-to-2. You get double the amount of the ingots out of the ore. So we wouldn't want to scale up smelting. We want to scale up refining. A refinery. Oh. Oh, Avon, you're absolutely right. The blueprints suck for that. Well, they don't suck for that. I mean, that's a huge limitation of the blueprints, that they're not connectable. So that's why, so in order to make the blueprints as useful as possible, I've been trying to use up the space within this cube as much as possible. So I've been going up, not just out. And you can do a lot if you do that. If you have multiple layers in your blueprint, you can actually do quite a bit. Okay, well that's interesting. Alt recipes for just for the smelting itself will be, wow. The other thing about going up, if you go up and out, you kind of, how do I explain that? You reduce the problem of manifold builds taking so long to feed the last row in your factory, right? So if I have 4 up and 10 deep, for example, or 5 up and 8 deep, that's splitting it in half, if you know what I mean, right? The first splitter goes up and out. instead of just one long of just going out. So it takes forever for the last guy to get filled up. That's another kind of little perk of, I think, building both up and out at the same time in your blueprints. I think that's a couple of benefits there. So those are neat little things that I've kind of been discovering, hopefully, about this game. All right, so here, I'm gonna make sure we want this one. How did I do this before? Sometimes these things can be nudged and sometimes they can't. And I find that odd. Get to use the game for a reason, yeah. No kidding. Hey, Therian! Hey, thanks for the raid, buddy. Really appreciate it. Hello, Raiders. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the channel. Welcome to some awesome Satisfactory play today. Hey, Chris. How's your day going? How is your day going? Hey there. Well, thanks for the raid, Therian. How was your stream? How was your stream? How's your Satisfactory going? You kicking some butt? I'm still struggling a bit, but we're currently going through a process of refactoring some of my blueprints here, trying to make some template designs. Stream was nice. Good, 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 good. Good to hear it. Hopefully we'll get into phase 4 today. I think we're just about there. Okay, how do I want to do this? I did this differently before. Can't be nudged. I've nudged these before, and I don't know what is the criteria to nudge them. Yeah, see here I can nudge it. So the game's got some weird inconsistencies like that. So today we are going to hopefully finish off phase 3. We'll move into phase 4. Okay. Well, let me test that. There's a couple of things for that. And we're going to do some blueprint modifications like I'm doing now. So I think I have a theory here. If I switch this around. Oh, for crying out loud. All right, man. Yeah. Awesome. You just dropped your favorite design in my Discord to utilize the height. Let me see. Let me see. I was able to do this before, and now I don't know what's going on here. Oh yeah, that's almost exactly what I was doing. Although mine's a little bit different. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. I like that. I like that. You've got you've got all. You don't need to put the belts, I guess, up. You could have put the belts. Okay, mine's very similar to that. I'll show. It's a little different though. I haven't got into the colors yet myself, either. Maybe it's because I'm partially colorblind. I don't see colors as well as some, I suppose. How the heck was I able to do this on the other one? I did do it. It makes some great cubes. Could do something like that. For these assemblers, yeah, I've used those labels before, if that's what you mean, Avon. I found those are, like, I would get confused with the colors too. Like, does a certain color mean iron input? Does a color mean, I would get confused which color meant what. The color isn't quite as descriptive enough for me. I'm kind of getting used to the default colors, you know, like these red are the inputs and the greens are the outputs. So I guess if you see it enough, then eventually you'll get to know what it is. Could put this on another level here. That would be interesting as well. Let me try this. It's a lot of work to set up. Oh, shoot. That doesn't work. You only color the pipes? This is for height. I'm just playing with an idea here. Don't know if I'm going to accept this idea or if I'm going to like it or what, but I think that'll be fine. So this I find interesting. I guess I should have done this from the beginning here. You can connect. I like this actually. This is beginning to grow on me. should save a fair amount of space doing it this way. Of course, then everything becomes elevated. So if we did the same thing here on this side, let me think. What's that? How's that? It's about the same height as the building, which is good. That makes it far less wide. The only real thing is that you have to bring in your belts elevated. I don't know if I like that or not. It's not terrible. It's not terrible. All right, I'm going to try this. If I do this, I might have to do it everywhere. Oh, here. I can click here. Here we go. The assembler template. It's going to go under production, assemblers. Okay. Now, if we want to tile it now, we could just take our existing one. Oh, shoot. Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah, this doesn't even require any belts, which I think is cool. Bum, ba-da-da-da-dum, bum, 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 ba-da-da-da-dum. And you can't fit 3, unfortunately. Oh, you can. What am I saying? Yeah, you can. You could fit 3 quite nicely, in fact. Okay, so that would be the first layer, and then if you want to make a second layer on top of this, we need another floor. I'll have to go a little bit higher, I think. We definitely don't want to clip the that signal thing, whatever that thing's called. It lets you know whether or not it's functional. That's important. There. That should be about right. Yeah, that looks like a good height. Okay, whoops. These alternate recipes are understanding exactly what they offer will totally change the way you design things. Which is kind of good and kind of bad, I think. Because ultimately, they'll just be a kind of an optimal way to do something, and then most of the recipes will become like obsolete. You won't care about them. Electric pole, yeah, good call. We'll need one of those. Make sure this is an upgraded pole. Oh, it is. Okay, good. Oh shoot! I do have a problem here. That one's not the same. I messed up when I dropped this. Yeah, that's not lined up. Duh! Well, the nice thing about making these off the blueprint template is that it's easy to delete. Come on, line up. Come on, why don't you line up? It's not snapping. Alright, that's good. Easy as pie, right? Easy as pie. Ah, there is a negative to this. Actually, it's not that much of a negative. Okay, so let's build the second layer to this. So this is kind of what I mean about trying to build it. You want to be able to tile it in both dimensions, the vertical and the horizontal. Now this needs to be a high-powered lift. This is kind of like a belt. Oh, that's not going to work. Oh, damn it. So here's a negative with this. The way I'm doing it. I think I liked it the other way. I'm not going to be able to tile it vertically, which is not good. It has to be tileable vertically. Okay, I'll go back to my original design, which is going to use a little bit more space or a little more width, but I think that's fine. It's just a little bit more width, not even very much. There. That's it. Yeah, that's not very wide. Okay. We'll need one belt there. doesn't snap. Oh yeah, it does snap. Oh, perfect. Good. That's how I did it before. Excellent. Excellent. Okay. Oh shoot. Okay, let's change. I gotta. Let's gonna. We gotta override the base template. This is fine. This is fine. Oh, it's all part of the learning experience here. Come on. Go figure. We also got to do some more MAM research. I think I can get now the productivity shard or whatever it's called, the productivity amplifier with the sloops. Using the sloops. All right, there we go. Let's get rid of the pole for the base template. That's going to mess things up. And I have to admit, the UI for this Blueprint Designer is kind of meh as well. It's certainly not the best. A little awkward, to be sure. Okay, an assembler template. There we go. Okay, so we should be able to delete the whole. Oh, hold on. There we go. Oh, never mind. That was not a blueprint. That was what we used to make the blueprint. Now, let's drop a blueprint. Oh, shoot. I created it with the damn ceiling. Oh, that stupid game. Sometimes, I tell you. I want the ceiling. Just not in the base blueprint. Ah, fuck. Make sure the directory's set. I think it already was set, so that's good. Okay. What the? That is strange. I'm not interacting with the blueprint designer. Okay. That's interesting. Shit. This is not going to work. What? It worked last time. This is a little flaky. Now if I select, I try to drop this blueprint again. Oh, it's backward, of course. Okay, one way that'll fix this, I think, it's like there's a bizarre connection between the blueprint designer and the blueprint itself. See, now that worked just fine. Strange. Strange. Okay. Damn. Okay, let's place that pole. Like right here in the middle. Wow. Funky music. Okay, let's build now the second floor. I wonder if I could make this a sub-blueprint tileable. I'm not sure. Let me just keep playing with this. One more. Here's where I don't want to clip. I think these posts are pretty important to be able to see them fully. Status things. Okay, so now in order to get the material up to the next floor, well, first let's put all the connecting belts. So here, of course, we need our highest powered belt to carry the material. This is the best we have. That's perfect. Now, the other thing I'm finding that's important is that the belts feeding into the factory, you want to be the lowest powered belt as long as it can feed the factory. And this has very low demands, like, you know, 30 or something. Whatever, the lowest powered belt to make sure you can have enough to actually feed it. But these ones you want to be high powered because that alleviates much of the problem with your manifold delays coming down the line. You don't want this to also be a high powered belt. I guess ultimately it won't matter once, well, I mean, it does matter because once that gets saturated, but that's the whole problem with manifolds, right? Is the saturation takes a long time for some of these long manifold designs, but a slower belt mostly alleviates that. Not completely, but. And I think that's it here. I'm good. Because the rest are connected via the lifters. All right. Can I manage to fit 2 rows with splitters in between? Where do you mean, Arnviz? Are you talking about add a second row? I don't think so. A second row of like having assemblers side by side here? I don't think you can. Like even if I did it with the other design, I don't think you could. With constructors you can. I'm pretty sure you can. I don't know if I will, but yeah, constructions you can because they're a lot smaller. Okay, then we're going to do this. Now, if we want to tile this so we can tile it vertically, we need to go up, and that is not far enough, I think. Should be right around here. This needs to be a high-powered. Oh, I missed. High-powered lift. There we go. All right. And then we just pretty much have to repeat what we have here on the next floor. Not exactly repeat, but it's close. So you have an input belt here, an input belt here for the second level, and your one output belt on the other side. All right, so we should be able to now, let's take our template, our base template. And we should be able to do the same thing. We'll test it, see if they work. Why do you think they might not? I'm pretty sure they will. If I did this right, this should line up perfectly. It looks like it did. So we do 8. Oh, sorry. This is right. I have to go. This one has to be different. This is now an input. The input goes the other way. Like so. So now like this. There we go. That snapped. So I know that works. And then you have the input here. There's some problem with the order in which the pieces are built. Like you can connect a lift to machine, but not a machine to a lift. I've noticed that before. So you're thinking that this won't work here? These connections here? I think it'll work, but we'll find out. We'll find out. I mean, we could always shift it around if we have to. Yeah. I know what you're saying. I've seen a similar. I have run into that problem. So we'll test it just to make sure. Unfortunately, you can't test it in the blueprint here in the blueprint designer, which is unfortunate. Okay, so this one needs to be turned around as well. This is the only thing that's different on this level. All right, sweet. Oh shoot, almost sweet. There. Now sweet. Oh, nice. Now there should be, yeah, it's like perfect amount of space here for this. I could send a belt across like so. It clips a little bit. But that's totally reasonable. And there we go. Look at those lovely inputs. Nice. So yeah, this is a nice, quick little blueprint that gives us 6 assemblers. I don't know if we can go one more level up. I don't think we can. With this, we have to probably go to the MK2 to do one higher. But we'll play with some of the larger designs once we get the bigger blueprint designers. I do have the MK2s, but I don't need the big throughput yet. 6 will be plenty for any of our applications currently. Okay, the pole is here between 1 and 2. So this can go, where the hell should it go? Right around here. All right, everything's wired. So there we go. There's a six assembler blueprint. So here's what I mean. It might be a little easier to see now they have design. This, you see how this doesn't really have a manifold problem because it's splitting. It goes up and across immediately. Like you get a partial load balancing with this. So it's not, if I had 6 going flat, it would take longer to fill all the assemblers, but now it's going 3 and 3 because it's going half up and half across. That's the other benefit, I think, of building vertically, not just horizontally. you kind of get that benefit naturally out of the design. So I'm happy with this. I think this might be okay. Now, do I want to... Here, this is the other thing I was thinking of. Let's actually put something in here. Put the automated wiring. That's what we want to do. And that'll be our test. We'll test the automated wiring to make sure it all works. Three cheers for the jetpack. Okay, so this is the automated wiring build. Kind of a basic one. What's the throughput of this thing? 2.5 times 6. Tells that 15 or something. 15, yeah. $50 per minute. Set the icon. Automated wiring. Set the directory. Production. This is the assembler build. Goes right there. And save the sucker. Excellent. Okay, well that was hopefully a reasonable amount of work. Let's go. Our truck is right here. So we got materials in our truck. I've been using the truck just to, take crap out of my inventory and just drop it in here. I keep finding my damn inventory gets overly filled up. Okay, we also need the, it was the stators. The stators! I keep calling them. Where do our stators come onto the bus? Right here. Yeah, see, already this is my older design. I don't have a second layer to it now. Yeah, so you can see the evolution. Kind of neat, the evolution of all this. Let's just tack it right onto the end. I'm okay with that. It's kind of difficult to use both sides of the bus anyway. It kind of get a little bit ugly. You can see I did take out the ramp there. That used to be a ramp to get over that, but it was fun for a while, but when we want to be a little more efficient, it's a little bit in the way. Okay. Add another factory along here. Automated wiring. See if it... Oh, look at that! Latches on, like, beautifully. So yeah, this is... Oh yeah, this is my old design. You see these aren't stacked here on the... for this assembly design. But, Oh, shoot, but this is not rotated correctly. I don't know why. The game is kind of funny that way. Beautiful. That looks kind of nice, actually. When it lines up like that. Okay, and we needed stators and what? Cable. Stators. Stators and cable. We're going to have a party. I thought I did something. Everything seems fine. You can see my we have a paltry amount of reinforced plates coming through here. That's one of the earlier designs, and it's way, way underpowered. I'm pretty much short on screws, but we'll take the build for the reinforced plates off the bus. We'll start peeling things off the bus and get higher production elsewhere where we have more materials. But for now, this is just slowly churning out whatever it is we're going to need. And even the 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 rods are pretty low trickle here. Okay. Oh yeah, I knew I messed this up somewhere. I think this is fine, even though this is kind of on the wrong level. I might have to clean that up, but that's not right. That's not right. The modular frames are on the wrong the wrong level. Okay. That does look a little funny. What was that? That's level what? 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's why. Oh no! I think we have some more rods in here too. I like that. I like the trucks now. At first I was like kind of adverse to using trucks. They seem to be somewhat wasteful, but okay. That's our stator's cable, I think, is along here as well. Not that far. There it is. Ugh. No, that's not. Oh, the cable's underneath. Haha. Never mind. There they are. There they are. Okay. Well, there we go. Now we just got to feed this in. So let's get the belts coming in. This is actually interesting because coming off the bus like this, we just have to come off at the right height. Which is actually kind of nice, I guess. Yeah, let's keep going. All the way like so. Oh, no, that could be a problem because it's gonna hit another part of the bus. Yeah. All right, we'll just bring it off to the side, and then we'll elevate it. That, yeah, will be better. Okay, so we need a splitter, and it has to be going this way. Okay, we need a high-powered thing. And that is going the right way. See? Here I can nudge even though it's connected to something. I don't know why sometimes when it's connecting to something, it's like when you're connected to a belt or aligning something else, it doesn't matter. So there's an extra criteria in there. Oh, shoot, how did... Oh, I know why. It's the other belt. It's this belt. So I've been kind of maximizing the efficiency here, or the space use. I think I can go, one more, it starts to kind of overlap. That's just fine. And there we go. We have one component. Let's get the other one. So another splitter here. Boom, boom. High-powered lift. And like magic, it just works. Alright, I can live with that. That's not bad. I mean, if I really wanted to, I could put a lift here. We can angle it in, but I think this is fine. I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about that. Maybe I do like that. Oh, fuck off. Ah, yes, yes. Oh, shoot. It's like I need to go halfway. Hey, good morning, Point. Good to see ya. Good morning, good to you too. Welcome, welcome. We should be popping over to tier 4 sometime today, I'm hoping. Or phase 4, I should say. Okay, this isn't going to be perfect, but... Oh, no, it won't be perfect at all. Yeah, I can't do that. Never mind. We'll just do it this way again. Embrace some of the spaghetti. How you doing, my friend? You have a good weekend? All's well and good. In the land of Neo. Yeah, we're just did some blueprint redesigns, so now we gotta test this bad boy, see if it works. Gotta get some power over here.